to lose. I'm built to win. Applied myself. I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss.
Pacers were going to make the playoffs. It didn't end so well for you, brother.
If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we live in different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool.
You fell asleep at the trade deadline when we had a trade to get Kyle Lowry out of here.
They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, they never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running, toes they gonna take
this is what we got to tell.
I've been doing this.
I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Okay, y'all lit today. Okay. Welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. My name is Joe Jordan. We have a great and awesome episode for y'all today. As y'all can see, both of my brothers are here right next to me. But before I introduce these two superstars, I had to let y'all know what we're going to talk about today. First, T. Higgins, Jamal Chase, they broke the bank. Joe Burrow got his wish, and they are still Cincinnati Bengals. We got to react to that because some of us felt like they won't get paid because it's the Bengals, right? So we got to talk about that. Steve Kerr, Steph Curry, tired, exhausted. You want to rest them? We had to address that. I felt like that comment was kind of out of whack, right? So we got to talk about that. Dave, this one for you. Miami Heat on the 8-game losing streak. I mean, the Godfather, the slipback, Pat Riley. Is it time for him to move on from Miami, or is it time for Miami to move on from him? We got to address that. And last but not least, I mean, obviously we got the R2L locker man, but we got your not your average top 5 NFL head coaches. I'm dying to see how my brother's going to react to it and how the comments going to react to it. But like I said, I got to introduce these two superstars. I got my boy right there in the middle, Dave, Mr. Davey Dollars, right? Doghouse himself. That's with a D-A-W-G. He just had an episode recently, so make sure y'all go check that out. And we got on my left, your right, Missy Get Done Son, far left, far right. Missy Get Done Son, Tomo, co-host of In the Red Corner, here with y'all too. But how y'all doing, fellas?
Mr. D-A-W-G. You sound like Snoop Dogg on that one. I like that. Oh, man, I'm doing good. You know, I'm just happy that the Cowboys not in the media cycle this week, you know, especially after you see how the Seahawks is getting one step closer to a Super Bowl. Lies. What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
Man, I had the funniest thing happen before the show even started. You know that part that I come on and say you fell asleep when Pat Riley. Just know baby girl repeated it right after that. She knows in her heart by now. That's how much time she hears it. But guess what? Pat Riley, I have to address you today.
Ooh.
I got some things I need to talk to you about because I already talked about Eric Spoelstra just a couple days ago. So I got some words for you today. And Joe, your top 5 list, can't wait to see it. Also, it's Tuesday, y'all.
Okay.
It's time to enjoy it. We just had our last show on Friday. You know, I had my show on Saturday at 12 noon with my guy J-Mo that came on. He made his Dave's Dog debut on Saturday. And, you know, he had some words for Daryl Morey in that 76 the front office. Yeah. So I'm just saying. But we here to have fun today. So let's turn up, fellas. Turn me up, 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 up.
Do your thing, Jody.
Okay. Listen, y'all. Listen. We are streaming this.
Jody,
that was a news reporter delay. All right, look. We are streaming this on 3 different platforms. We are streaming this on Facebook, YouTube, and X. So make sure y'all like the video on whatever platform you're watching this on. Make sure you follow us on all of our social media platforms. You can follow us at Refuse to Lose Sports. You can see it right under Dave. Or not, or I always say this, but including X, you got to change the name because too many characters. At R2L Sports on X. So make sure you got to do that. And share this video with somebody so they can come on and watch this show live with you, because you can be involved in the show by being in the comment section. Put that first comment up, Dave. Shout out to Salt and Pepper. We ain't talking about the singers, all right? Fire Pat. That's what he said, Fire Pat.
This is actually, I found out who it is. It's one of my guys that are in Heat Nation chat. So appreciate you, Heat Nation, for tuning in.
Okay, I like the eggs with the salt and pepper, by the way. And T Merck, Teddy, baseball season, hey, it kind of started today. Shout out to y'all, right? Spring training still going on. Waiting for my next day. We play. I just realized we play y'all 3 times. That's it every year. That's crazy.
Yeah,
we don't play y'all here this year. We play y'all in DC, not here. I'm like, dang, I gotta go back home and watch y'all.
I know. I actually want to go to the game too, so I'll probably have to go back
home. All 3 of us. What's up?
Let's make it happen.
Let's get it. All right, let's get it on Teddy. Now, Teddy, what up, my guy? Shout out to Teddy in the comments. But look, y'all sit back and relax. Enjoy the rest. Hey, let's make the trip. Enjoy the rest of the show. Tomo, floor is yours, man.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the only thing Teddy can buy up here is hats. You know what I'm saying, Joe?
All right, get it right here, dang.
I'm just saying. But I thought we should have switched this one around. I know I should have brought this one up because I know this one gonna be a hot topic, man. Because they say you can have a prolific offense, but they say defense wins championships. And this team here, they don't spend all their money on offense. So you got defense wins. I guess they just win conversations in Cincinnati, because at this point, Joe, I told you last week, you asked who was the biggest losers in free agency, and I said the Bengals, more so because they didn't sign their wide receiver, and then they put one on the franchise tag. They said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to one-up you. We're going to sign both our wide receivers for them boys got the bag. Jamar Chase agreed upon 4 years, $161 million. T. Higgins, fresh off the franchise tag, said, I'm going to take 4 years, $115 million. That's 44% of their salary cap. I don't know what type of Madden they've been playing, but I'm not doing that. Unless they turn the salary cap off in Cincinnati. They're doing something that we don't know about. But you got to think about it like this. The Cincinnati Bengals now have 3 offensive players. One averaging 55, one averaging 40.2, which makes him the highest paid athlete in the NFL. We're not even gonna say player, athlete, because 40.2 is insane. What they doing up there in Cincinnati? What's up in Ohio? They getting all this money. They moving a lot of potatoes up there. Then you got 28.7. Fellas, from we don't know to what is going on to where the money resides, I don't know. What was your reaction when you heard this news about the Bengals signing?
I know we got a Miami Heat subject coming up, but I kind of want to start this off, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
Make it happen.
So the Bengals actually have over $120 million guaranteed per year going towards Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins all together. It's great. They got their guys together. T. Higgins got his money. So happy for you. Jamar Chase is the highest paid wide receiver in NFL history. Happy for you as well. But what's the direction the Bengals are going in? That's kind of what I want to know. Trey Henderson is supposed to be on the trade block, but they're talking about he may be getting a contract pretty soon. If he gets his contract, then I don't know what they're going to do for the rest of the team. They don't have a lot of draft picks. I mean, it's not like they have a top 10 draft pick right now to really get anyone that's going to make a difference this season. I mean, although we don't know. And they didn't really sign anyone in the offseason that can really help out where they had a lot of big issues at. These are the people that they signed in the offseason. Oren Burks, he was just with the Philadelphia Eagles just this past season, won a Super Bowl with them. So, they got some Super Bowl champion on the team now. Samaje Perine, TJ Slayton, BJ Hill, Marco Wilson, Cam Sample, and Joseph Asai. Most of these guys, they just re-signed. So you re-signed some guys that were already a part of a bad defense last year. The only new addition you made was really Oren Burks. And he wasn't the starter to begin the season. He played some meaningful minutes, but he's not the starter. Joe Burrow, I know that you made some comments to make sure that your guys got paid, and I know you're happy that your guys are there. But the Bengals only have $28.3 million of cap space left right now. What are they going to do with the rest of that money? What are you guys expecting to do next season? Is the offensive line going to dramatically get better? I don't think so. Is the defense going to get better? I don't know, because you could put up a lot of points, and we saw that last year. The offense could score, but you couldn't stop anybody. So what's the direction the Bengals are going? It's almost the same question we can have for the Seahawks. We don't know what's going to happen with the Seahawks because of, Sam Darnold being there. We know Joe Burrow is considered a top 5 quarterback, but we always got to say, what have you done for me lately? So Joe Burrow hasn't been in the playoffs the last 2 seasons. I know there's been some injuries there, but Joe, you said it yourself last year. If they won that game against the Patriots week 1, they should be in the playoffs. So he got to get some accountability for that. Cincinnati, what's the direction? What you gonna do? Do you have some offensive linemen out there that you see that you're gonna sign the free agency? I think all the investments are gone. Do you have enough draft capital to try to trade for somebody? I don't know. I don't see that happening right now in Cincinnati, not from the reports I've seen. So I just want to know what direction Cincinnati is going to go in, because you got all this money. Joe Burrow is averaging $55 million per year. $46 million this year, $48 million next year, then 52, then 53 to 57. It's going to continue to go up. And I know the salary cap is going to go up, so it's going to be cheaper after a while. But right now, you're in cap casualty, kind of, sort of. Now, you're not in position in some other teams that are maybe only have like 5 or 10 million left. You still got about $28.3 million in cap space left. So you can use that with Trey Hendrickson, I guess, or trade him. He's an $18.7 million cap hit. So if you trade him, then you have enough money to actually do something. So I get it. But if you give him the contract, from what I've been seeing, that you're actually going to give him a contract that he wants, then what's next? Because I think now, looking back at what Joe said a while ago by trading Trey Hendrickson, makes a lot more sense now, because you're going to need that money.
I'll tell you the direction they're going in.
Donations.
That's what they're going to need at this point. They're going to need all types of donations. They're going to need draft donations. They're going to need some contributions from the state. They're going to need everything, because at this point, the only people that can help out with this cap situation is Doge. And I'll let you all do the work on that one. But these big 3, right? You sign the big 3, and I think about how the Bengals start all their seasons. It's probably 0-2. They always start off to these slow starts, where it's like the month of September just always does them dirty, and then they got to find a way to fight back. So as you're sitting there with the front office, you like, well, we always got to find our way fighting back in October to try to make it to the playoffs. So the first thing I want to do is go give T. Higgins $28 per year. Now, of course, you want to give your number 1 wide receiver that, but then you got to look at the outsourcing of your team, because like Dave said, over 120 mil is just allocated to 3 players. There's almost like 60-something players on the team. So what, the practice squad players going to go up there? I tell you like this, if the Bengals do need somebody to come in and help them, like, act like they're going to be a cornerback, because I could be Eli Apple out there. I can go out there and act like I'm about to do some things, but I ain't going to say too much, man, because I'd take the 25 signing bonus, because I'm definitely going to need about 400,000, $500,000. I can do something for y'all, because that's all y'all can afford anyway, because these are the type of players y'all going to have to get. Because in the division that you in, I know people want to rag on the Steelers. They don't have a quarterback right now, but at the end of the day, the Steelers situation probably is almost looking a little bit better. They want to talk about the Ravens. The Ravens situation definitely looks better. What do you want to say about the Bengals? We already know what the Bengals are. They Joe Burrow and the crew. Now you got your big 3, and now you got your leading sack rusher out there looking like, how much y'all going to pay me? Because there's no way in the world, I don't know how they're going to structure that contract, but there's no way in the world they can make him one of the highest paid, seeing the ballpark figures that all the other players have gotten that were pass rushers. I don't know how they're going to do it. And I know they can't get a lot of draft capital back, because other teams are watching this saying, well, you just paid them. I know how much the cap is. So if you're trying to ask for too much, What you gonna do with this guy? What you gonna do with him? Because you got to get rid of him. You can't sign him. Now they could restructure a contract here and there, maybe make some things shake. But again, I'm happy them boys got their money because they was playing around with him for far too long. I'm glad they did break the bank on him because this is what happened when you play around. Jerry, stop playing. But this is what happened when you play around. Joe Burrow, it's on you now. You asked. Now it's time for you to actually receive. Not you, T. Higgins and Chase. You know what y'all do.
Hey man, listen, we had this convo before. And I'm a little confused by y'all too. Because y'all were the same ones that was killing the Bengals for not signing T. Higgins and Jamal Chase. Y'all remember that?
I remember.
And now y'all confused about the direction? Listen, man.
I told you the direction.
Tell them, bring me my money. That's what happened. All right. So look, remember the last time we talked about this? What did I say? I said they're gonna sign T. Higgins. Didn't I say that? I said signs are pointing to they're gonna sign T. Higgins. Why did I say that? Because last year negotiations were terrible. Franchise tag was bad. What T. Higgins do this year? He fired his agent. His agent is a guy who he only had one former Bengal to extend his contract. That was Jesse Bates. That's it. Nobody else. Like he never got a good contract with the Bengals organization outside of that. So he fired him and went and got the same agent as Jamar Chase. He said, you know what? I know you better get paid, all that stuff. The Bengals guaranteed Jamar Chase that he will be the highest paid non-QB. So he did that. And I said a franchise tag don't really mean they're not going to pay him. It's just stalling more time for negotiations. And then everybody said, what about Trey Hendrickson? Dave mentioned it. I said that, he's 30 years old. I get it. The man had, I compared to KD. KD cooking. KD, we could argue, he playing some of the best basketball of his career. He cooking.
Stop the cap.
Yeah, but the Suns suck. So
but the Suns, the impact ain't there. I get it. KD, he averaging this and that, shooting this and that, but the Suns looking outside of playing. Trey Hendrickson, defensive player of the year. You sure about that? If I didn't know the numbers existed, I would never knew he existed because the defense is so terrible. So my thing is his impact, although he led the league in sacks, the defense was the reason why they didn't make the playoffs. The offense was all world, and the defense let them down. So you can afford to let go Trey. Why pay him when you had him last year and he had his best year? And that was Joe Burrow's worst defense he ever played with in his career. So get rid of him and get more draft capital. Right now they got 6 draft picks. They got draft picks from 1 through 6. If you trade Trey Henderson, you can get a late second or early third. They asked him for a first. I don't think nobody's gonna give him a first. But a late second or early third, or maybe an early second. But you get a second or third, and you can use that. Your offense set. Use that draft to build around build a defense. Even if they are a young defense, they can grow from this year to next year. Because you got Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Gesicki, and T. Higgins under contract. All right. So that's that. Now, what I don't understand, y'all, is this. The Bengals, Tomo called it. They just like the Cowboys. Pay the people if you know you're gonna pay these guys, pay them. If you said Jamar Chase is gonna be the highest paid non-QB, who's making the most money right now? I'm gonna give you $1 million more than that. Last year, Nick Bosa was the highest paid non-QB at $34 million a year. 35. Boom. Oh, no, you want to wait. So then what happened this year? Dude for the Raiders, Max Crosby gets paid. It goes up to $37 million. So he's like, okay, now I got to pay $37 million. No, I'm going to wait. And then Myles Garrett. And now you got to give him 41. If you would have just paid him last year, it would have been cheaper. Same thing with T. Higgins. Higgins get paid $29 million. It's crazy. So that's my issue with that. But I'm cool with it. As long as they do the draft right, they should be straight. What they're doing right now is making their QB happy. Joe Burrow asked for this. You got to make him happy. Now all the pressure is on him. Nobody can blame the Bengals no more. Oh, they don't pay nobody. No, they pay all Joe Burrow guys. Joe Burrow, all the pressure is on you. Because last time I checked, I don't know if y'all noticed that, y'all. Joe Burrow had a good year last year, right?
Statistic.
Some say he should have won MVP.
Listen to this stat, y'all. Listen to this stat, y'all. Listen to this stat. I'm gonna say this on unfade because AJ want to talk about Joe Burrow's pressure, right? In the first 3 quarters, all last year, David Tomo, Joe Burrow threw 30 touchdowns and only had 6 turnovers. In the 4th quarter, 12 touchdowns, 8 turnovers.
Don't sound like clutch to me.
Come on, man. It's not just a Patriots game. I remember the Lamar Jackson game against Lamar Jackson. Lamar hit an all-world pass. Joe Burrow threw an interception in the game. I remember that. I remember the Chiefs game. Everybody been a pass interference. Joe Burrow fumbled at the end of the 4th quarter. So, Joe Burrow, all the pressure on you, my guy. Shout out to Dave. Who's my guy?
Yeah, you're right. All the pressure is on Joe Burrow. You asked for this.
He did.
You asked for this. You asked for this.
And Dave, shout out to you, Tomo. You mentioned Eli Apple. I went back and watched our old video about who better between Josh Allen and Joe Burrow. And you was like, they got Eli Apple on the other side. Anyways, he was killing Eli Apple. But I crushed Joe Burrow. I said, yo, Joe Burrow, you got the Super Bowl because of the defense. It wasn't because Joe Burrow. And then I kept saying Josh Allen better. And then y'all was like, Stephon Diggs, he got Stephon Diggs. I'm like, okay, he got 3 number 1 receivers: Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and Tyler Boyd. Do y'all know without those? I got another stuff for y'all. Last one, then we can move on. Do y'all know this? It's crazy. I found this out today. I had to do my research. Look at this, y'all. Joe Burrow with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, 73% completion percentage, 78 QBR. Without T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, 67 completion percentage, 68 QBR, which would be 32nd in the NFL. Crazy.
So you think people rush better than him?
So how was a quarterback without his weapons?
How is Joe Burrow without his weapons?
Nah. Don't kill the moment. Don't kill
No.
He ain't listening.
He ain't listening.
I'm listening.
Say it one more time for me, Dave.
What is the quarterback without his weapons?
No, say weapons. Because weapons.
I said weapons.
You said what's the name?
I got one.
I said weapons.
Did you say my guy got one?
Let's move on.
You said my guy got one.
Let me move on. Let's move on. No, and Purdy ain't the only quarterback that's in that situation, Teddy.
Oh, you talking about Purdy? Oh,
Purdy ain't the only one in that situation. He ain't the only one.
I got one.
But Purdy actually played pretty okay. That defense was
I know
too. But Purdy also turned the ball over down the stretch too. Though.
He did. But the thing is, he didn't have his weapons, right?
Yeah, Jamar Chase was a triple crown winner. Like,
thank you.
I mean, he was. I mean, the Patriots game T. Higgins and play. What happened? They lost.
There you go.
I just want to address one thing, Joe. We wanted him to get paid because the Bengals is trash. We didn't want the Bengals to go out there and give up half their salary cap to pay these guys. So that's insane.
Facts. And look, Ty, we this whole network been
big facts.
We all been on Lamar's side by saying Lamar ain't got the weapon Joe Burrow got. That's been a running thing since R2 started.
Put T. Higgins and Jamar Chase on the Ravens offense and see what they do. Oh my gosh.
Now I'm not
only good because he got them. That's what they're gonna say. He only good because he got them.
But look, remember Joe Burrow got hurt and the backup came in cooking too. He was playing pretty good too.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to kill Joe Burrow, but Joe Burrow, a lot of pressure on you, bro, because you was like, you gotta pay these guys. You gotta pay even Gasecki. He was like, gotta keep him.
Nah, I think that's why the franchise did it. They said, you know what? We just gonna dump all the money. You asked for him, go win.
I would do the same thing.
They pulling the Jerry Jones, but opposite. He's like, oh, you think you could do it? All right, we're gonna take all your weapons away and then you go do it. Yeah, they said, no, we're gonna give you your weapons and then we'll do it. Your guy got one, my guy got one. Some guys need rest days. It's what it is, Joe.
I mean, I don't know. Dak did come out and say you need to pay Zeke and Amari. Amari didn't get paid though. He did.
He got paid.
Yeah,
and then they cut him the next year. And then what they do with Zeke? They paid him. 2 years later, he got cut. CD got paid.
Damn, Amari get cut because of that COVID situation.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. CD, I'm just saying. You do 2 more streams, CD, you might be out of there too. But we talking rest days. Fellas. It's okay when you know you need a mental break. You know, we all have PTO. We all need to go on vacations. But when one of your teammates come out and says that they guarantee that y'all gonna win the finals, but then your coach comes back and says, you know what, man, I sat Steph because he was tired. Tomo was tired of hearing how people kept calling him crazy when he was talking about the Warriors, but Steve Kerr must have heard me because it came out and Steve Kerr was saying that he's going to rest Steph because he's tired. This team has been balling since they got Jimmy Butler. Joe, tell me why. You know what? I'm going to just say what he said. Boss, he ain't working. Say he tired, boss. Tell him, Joe, why he don't need to be tired. New York City tired.
And it's actually been confirmed. It just happened just now that he will miss tonight's game. He is out for rest.
Against the Spurs, right? Against the
Bucks.
It's the Bucks. I know it was the Spurs. All right. So here's the thing, y'all. Here's my issue with the whole situation. They go on a 7-game win streak. Did anybody hear anything about Steph being tired?
Nope.
They lose to the Denver Nuggets without Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic on national television at home. Aaron Gordon has like 36 points. Russell Westbrook have a triple-double. Without Jokic, 4 strip, Kuminga's back. Butler was there. Steph was there. Everybody was there. They lose. Steph is too tired. Do y'all know in that game, Steph played 34 minutes? Sorry, Steph played 36 minutes. Steph haven't played 40 minutes in a long time. 36, 35, 30, 34, 33, 36, 33, 30, 36, 34. He averaged 32 minutes a game. So you look at Kevin Durant minutes, he logging some minutes. I get it. Steph the game style he plays, he's running miles and miles and miles all game. But that's been Steph his whole career. But all of a sudden you lose to the Denver Nuggets without Jokic and Murray, and now Steph Curry's tired. So now look, I don't want to make a huge big deal out of it. I just thought it was crazy. The timing was so bad. It sounds so weak. I don't think Steph would come out and say that. That's on Steve Kerr. I don't know why Steve Kerr would come out and even say that. Right? So, and also on top of that, I got thrown over for a second. Also, on top of
Bradley
that,
Beal. He do that to a lot of teams.
I saw Bradley Beal, I saw Pops, and I saw Dreads. What the heck is going on? All right.
Anything with Bradley Beal could throw you off. Just go ahead.
So my whole thing, it's weird because I didn't hear none of this stuff when they were winning. I didn't hear none of this stuff. I watched that game last night. Westbrook played great. Aaron Gordon played great. They controlled that game from start to finish. And Steph Steph had 20 points, 6 for 21, 4 rebounds, 7 to say he wasn't great. You know, they really never had a chance. They had to lead the whole game. So Steve Kerr, what I don't like about this situation is that, you don't solidify the seed in your standings. The Timberwolves are hot right now. You know what I mean? Like you got guys climbing right behind y'all. Y'all, what is it, 6th seed right now?
Yep.
Y'all not guaranteed a spot outside of play-in. Every time the Warriors made a play-in, they didn't make it out. Y'all know that? They went against the play-in against us.
Damn it!
They went to play against us. Wop. Go ahead, Tomo.
I got you.
Then he got it right there on point. They went against the playoffs against us. Keegan Murray cooked them. What happened, Tomo? They went against the Lakers. LeBron seen 3 rounds. Hit it 3 and 1. What happened, Tomo? Then you win a game. You play a young Memphis Grizzlies team in the play-in, and what happened? So you're not guaranteed a spot. If you the Warriors, you want to get a playoff spot. So why rest Steph? Now I get it. I don't get it because you're playing the Bucks. You need this game. So I was confused by the whole situation. Steve Kerr, just shut your mouth, man. Like why are we telling me you're Steph tired? I don't get it. So I didn't like him saying that. Go ahead, y'all. Y'all say your part.
All right, I'm gonna be quick. I just want to ask you one question.
Dang, there. Everybody surprised you got your drugs.
It's been a whole month now. People stop. A whole month.
Woo. So Steve Kerr, he did play for the Spurs, right?
Yes, he did.
I'm just saying, it seems like it's a running thing with these West Coast teams, man. They like, we're gonna rest some of these players because we want to make a deep run into the playoffs. But 6 and 7 is right there.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have a few good nights, you could be, like Joe said, playing for that play-in spot. And I've been watching the Warriors ever since I've been called crazy. That's all I'm saying. What they say used to call me Crazy Joe. Now you call me Batman. They can call some people Sleepy Joe. And they might call him Sleepy Steph, because at this point, bro, I don't know why you saying, I don't even know. Steph probably heard that and looked up and said, hey, bro, what you doing? Why would you say that? Just say, I got like an ankle thing or something. Like I'm dealing with something, a lingering injury. Don't say I'm tired. Because at this point in the season, everybody's tired. Yeah, I'm tired of watching the Wizards some nights, but I ain't going to stop watching them. Like, I'm just saying, though. For Steve Kerr to say that, you're not looking out one for your team. You're not looking out for your player. Also, like the morale there. And one more time, Draymond said once Jimmy Butler got there, it changed the way we looked at how we played some of these games. It boosted the energy. It gave us more morale. And then to hear that right after you play the Denver Nuggets, I don't know. I can't wait to hear what Draymond going to say on this podcast, though, because he's going to address it. And it's going to be funny. But nah, rest days, the NBA, man, this is why everybody say it's soft. Dave?
I'm using one of your things, Joe. For what? Rest for what? Like you said, he ain't playing no big minutes. 32 minutes again. That's nothing. Y'all, Joe, he hasn't played 30. He hasn't played that many minutes on the court since Jimmy got there. They were 12-2. Now they're 12-3, and all of a sudden now he got to take a rest. That's Steph. Come on now. He could play against the Bucks, but the Bucks ain't one of the best defensive teams in the league. I'm pretty sure he's gonna have some opportunities to rest against the Bucks. Somebody show me a stat where the Bucks is one of the top defenses in the NBA. Please tell me, because I don't. When people talk about the Bucks, yeah, Brook Lopez and Giannis, but who else? Kuzma ain't playing no defense for real. Chris Middleton is gone. He with the Wizards. Drew Holiday been gone. He don't win a championship with the Celtics last year. The defense ain't there for real. They're still not one of the best defensive teams in the league. Steph can still handle business. And he getting rest. You know what? Didn't the NBA just investigate 2 teams just recently about not having their players out there? It was what? OKC and the 76ers?
76ers, yeah.
So are we going to see an investigation for the Warriors sitting Steph for rest? Hey, equal opportunity. He ain't injured. Ain't nothing wrong with him. And plus, you still got 14 games left on the season to figure out exactly where you're going to be when it comes to seeding. Like Joe said, you're the 6th seed right now. You don't have a lot of leeway to just be where you are, because number 7 is right behind you. They not 10 games behind you. They're not 13, 20 games behind you. They are right there.
Mm-hmm.
So I get it. You got Jimmy. You got an opportunity to be the 6th seed and get into the playoffs. That's fine and dandy. But remember, injuries do happen. So if Jimmy gets hurt, then what you gonna do? Jimmy has gotten hurt around this time multiple times over the last few seasons with the Miami Heat. Draymond Green is known for being hurt as well. You just had someone else. You just had Kuminga come back from off an injury. Why does Steph need injury? Why is Steph the only one that needs rest? Is he the only one that's played 30 plus minutes? Did Jimmy not play 30 plus minutes? Did Draymond not play 30 plus minutes? Is it because he has the scoring load? Is that your reason? Because he's had to put the scoring load on his shoulders, but that's always been Steph. That's no different. That happened when Klay Thompson was there, when Andre Iguodala was there. May not so much when KD was there, but he still had to put up numbers. So I don't like the reason. But I guess you're right. He came from the Spurs, so he just, And
Joe, KD got to play all the minutes he can because the Suns, man. I don't know what to say about them.
I do want to say this too. Look, y'all. The Warriors haven't played a back-to-back since March 3rd and the 4th. They played the Hornets and the Knicks, and they won. And then I didn't hear nothing about no tired. Then after the Knicks, they played Brooklyn 2 days later. Then they played Detroit at home 2 days later. Then they play Portland at home 2 days later. Then they play the Kings at home 3 days later. Then they play the Knicks at home 2 days later. Then they just play the Nuggets at home 2 days later. They just did a home stretch in the last 5 games. They playing their first back-to-back in a while against the Bucks at home, and Steph is tired. And guess what? After this Bucks game, y'all, they play the Toronto Raptors 2 games later at home. Then they go on the road, play Atlanta 2 games later. Miami 2 games later. Sorry, 3 games later. The Pelicans 3 games later. And then the Spurs 2 games. I mean, like, bruh, I get it. Like, I remember one time Pop, he set down the whole starting lineup, like Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, all them dudes, against your Miami Heat when LeBron was there in the primetime game. And the schedule was wild. They had like 3 back. They was on a road trip. They had like 3 back-to-backs in like 10 games. It was crazy. And he was like, this is a ridiculous part of the schedule. I'm gonna sit my guys. But this is his first back-to-back, and come on, y'all, and y'all on the road. You take this bad L, you want to bounce back. What's the point?
I can see Steve. Yo, all right. I can see Steve Kerr. Let me try to play the other side of it. I can see him saying, you know what, this is one of the weaker parts of our schedule. Going off of everybody you said that did get hurt. Let me rest them for a little while.
The Bucks. Look, I understand the Bucks is not a good defensive team, but they're not an easy team to go up against.
If anything, rest them against Denver when Jokic and Murray didn't play.
Exactly. That's where you rest them.
And now you don't want to go into Bucks. You don't want to. You want to rest them. What the heck?
The last time I defend Steve Kerr.
I mean, you would have taken an L. I mean, you lost anyway with them. Might as well rest him. He's too tired. What?
That I don't like that line. That was insane.
He's exhausted. That's what he said. Exhausted. Come on.
And then he was like, "No, we might rest him." Once you say we might rest him, that means you're gonna rest him. Come on, we know the deal with Steve Kerr.
Well, we do know who don't need no rest. And if you've been watching the intro, they're gonna tell you why. Because he fell asleep at the trade deadline when you had a chance to do what?
Get Kyle Lowry out of here.
Then we're gonna say they call him the Godfather, but some gonna say he might be the Godfather of time. Now the question is it time for the Miami Heat to move on from Pat Riley? Right now, what they lost 8 games. Jimmy Butler's gone. We've been seeing D Wade, try to fight for both sides of the fence, saying, there's Jimmy Butler, and then that's just how Riley get down. You talk about somebody ate LeBron cookies one time. It was just so much stuff that's coming out about Miami at this point. So Dave, sitting at 29-29. No, 29-39. I'm sorry. My eyes is bad. 29-39, 10th seed in the East. Is it time for Pat Riley to say see ya?
Yes. Yes. I've been saying this for a while now. It's time for Pat to go. What is he still doing here? What has he done? It's more of what have you done for me lately? You have not done anything to put us in position to win. And I'm going to say this too. It's not just on Pat Riley. Y'all know I just had a show on Saturday. And I put someone in the Miami Heat organization in the doghouse. You know who that was? Head coach Eric Spoelstra. So he got to get some of this heat too. Pat Riley has not done anything to put us in position to be able to compete. So this team is not tanking, but we're losing. So we're not tanking. So we're not trying to lose. We just keep losing. You know that we are tied for the most double-digit losses. I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. We are tied for the most losses where we've had double-digit leads in the NBA. And you know who we're tied with? You want to know who we're tied with? The Hornets. The Hornets. Yes. We're tied with the Hornets. We are on an 8-game losing streak. The last time we had an 8-game losing streak was in 2008. And you know what? We were taking that season. We were taking that year because that was Pat Riley's last year as the head coach. Spo was the assistant coach that time. He wasn't even a head coach during that time. And you know what? We just came off a 0-5 homestand. Yeah, 0-5. We lost 5 straight games at home at first, then lost 2 games in a row, then lost another game against the Knicks. We started off on a 12-0 run to start the game. And you know what? You know who had an answer for us? Karl Anthony Towns. He went on a 15-0 run by himself. By himself. In the last 31 games, y'all, you want to know how many losses we have in the last 31 games?
How many?
22. We are 8-22 in the last 31 games, y'all. We have been, the last 3 games, we were held under 100 points in 3 straight games. The last time that happened was in 2018. You know what happened in 2018? We started the season 11-30. This was the season where people started giving Coach Spo his just due because we ended that season on a 30-11 run. We went 41-41 that season, but the last part of the season we went 30-11. That's when people started giving Coach Spo his just due as one of the best coaches in the NBA. But this team right now sucks. I'm sorry. Miami Heat, this is not Miami Heat basketball. This is not Heat culture. I don't know what this is. And I got some questions for some Miami Heat fans. Why do we continue to think that Terry Rozier is going to get back to what he used to be? Tyler Hero has had some bad games of late. I understand that. Bam Adebayo is still doing what he needs to do, of course. But everything else is just not making sense to me. Spo, the lineups you're using don't make sense. Khalil Ware was drafted to put Bam at the 4. This should have happened at the beginning of the season. But instead, you sent him to the G League for 2 games just to bring him back to not play him again. What's the point? And then I found out. And then I found out it wasn't just Pat Riley that said that Hayward Highsmith was going to start over Jimmy Butler. It was you too. Hayward Highsmith, and then you say that you're going to start Hayward Highsmith. Once Jimmy's gone, Hayward Highsmith ain't getting no minutes. So what was the point? I'm through with Pat. Pat, go to retirement. Go now. We Miami don't need you no more. We need new voice in Miami. And Spo, if you don't get it together, you might need to be gone too.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here.
It's on me? All right.
Dave's
So
hanging
look,
up.
do I think y'all need to get rid of him right now? I'm going to say no. I'm a person that always says, if somebody makes a move that's detrimental, like moving Jimmy Butler in the middle of the season, give him a chance to see what they're trying to do. So I would say give him another year. But I'm outside of that, Dave, I'm with you. Yeah, give him another, because like the Mavericks, they got rid of Luka. Did he fire him now? Nah.
I'll give Pat Riley an offseason.
That's what I really. You got to let the offseason a year play out. Now, if y'all look bad next year, mid-season, then yeah, fire him. But that's what I really mean, like another offseason, you know what I mean?
I'm giving him an offseason. I don't care about. I'm giving him an offseason. That's it. I'm giving him an offseason. He better do something this offseason.
I do want to say this though. Here are some of the leads they blown. Orlando Magic by 25, Thunder by 21, Knicks by 19. They were up by this is points they were up by. Bulls 17, Bucks 15, Suns 15, Lakers 14, Knicks 13, Clippers 13, Bulls 13, Celtics 11, and the Sacramento Kings 17. And the 21 lead they had on the Thunder late in the third quarter, by the way, Thunder finished that game by winning by 14 points. So that was crazy. Now, Pat Riley, you fell asleep. Pat Riley, right?
Wake up.
You went and got Shaq. You went and got Shaq, and you drafted D-Wade. You won a championship. After that, you attracted LeBron and Chris Bosh. You won 2 championships. But honestly, in my opinion, since then, Miami Heat hasn't been an attractive place. Now, people might say Jimmy Butler. The only reason why Jimmy Butler went there because he wanted his own team.
And
That's the only
because
reason
of
why he went.
Dwayne Wade. That was it.
I'm
Because
about
he
to
wanted
say,
his
yeah.
own team
The
because of
part is
Dwayne
right
Wade.
way too. But he also he wanted his own squad. He felt like, okay, I want to run my own show. You know what I mean? So he went to Miami. But everybody I named outside of probably Shaq, you ran out the building. You ran out LeBron out the building. Chris Barr had a blood cause, obviously, right? You ran D Wade out the building. D Wade had to go to Chicago and get paid. Who the guy who made your name great after you left LA because your name wasn't great in Miami. You couldn't win in Miami till D Wade got there. D Wade got you a ring, and you couldn't do your job by just paying this man, giving the money he deserved. He had to go to Chicago for 50 mil and then come back. You finally woke up, like they said, and you came back. So that's that. Then Jimmy Butler comes there because of D Wade, like they said, and because he wanted to have his own team, and you run him out the building. You making these comments in the press conference, all that stuff, knowing that like Jimmy Butler carried that swag Miami needs, and he been carrying I'm sorry, he's literally been carrying Miami these last few years since the bubble. Jimmy Butler has been that guy in the playoffs. That's why people feel like Draymond not crazy because they got Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler's a different guy in the playoffs.
Some people.
Some people, right? So, so, and you run him out. He's like, he seemed like a guy that's stuck in the old school ways. You know what I mean? Like in the old school, you can say things, and then people got to deal with it. In this 2025 era, when the players are now bigger than the coaches, back then the players were not bigger than the coaches. Players were bigger than the GMs. Players are almost, I don't want to say bigger than the owners, but I mean, owners got to say so. But you know what I'm saying, right? He's bigger than Pat Riley right now. So you got to cater to your player, especially your star player. He did not do that. So he's attracting nobody to Miami. Nobody wants to be traded there for real, right? And then he's being stingy with his trade assets. I'm not going to say nobody want to be traded there. People want to go there. They ain't wanting to go there. KD was okay with going there. But you being stingy.
He was okay with going there. There's so many players that was fine with going there. Bradley Beal, we're not gonna name him because we don't want him.
Nobody went home but the Wizards. But you being stingy with your assets. You could have had D-Wade, not D-Wade. You could have had Dame. Dame wanted to come there, but you like holding on to these undrafted undrafted players. Like, come on, bro, get rid of these guys. So I would say get this man one more offseason, like they said. And then when the season starts, they look bad, like around All-Star break. Bro, I guess you can finish the season out, but move on after that. No, if you're gonna move on, you might want to move on before the trade deadline because you want the new GM to come in and do what y'all did, Tomo. Clean house. Hey, get everybody out of here. Get these draft picks. So that's what I would say. Got to All-Star break.
I'm with Dave. And I'm only with Dave because I'm a Cowboy fan. So everything you said sound like Jerry Jones. If my eyes was closed and I didn't know what the topic was about, I would think you talking about Jerry Jones. You stuck in your ways. You just gonna say what you want. You say anything about your players because you think they're gonna come back. And it's like, hey, Jimmy Butler said, I got you to the finals with these rosters. Can you at least give me one player?
Twice.
I ain't even asking for a lot. I just need at least one more scorer on this team, and then we can make some shake. Just one more. And he still didn't do it. So it's kind of like, you know what? I'm tired of it. You got to get tired. You got to get tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired because that's just what's happening. Pat Riley moved like blackberry molasses. But anyway, outside of D Wade, because Joe, you named all that stuff he said about D Wade. You forgot about that statue too. Don't forget about the statue now. And don't forget about what he did to UD. He named him after the bench. Like, it's just so much stuff that Pat Riley has just been okaying outside of actually getting players for this team. And that's why I'm with Dave. Nah, he got to go now. I'm sorry. I probably wouldn't even trust him in the offseason because he hasn't done nothing during these last 3 seasons to prove that he's going to have a good offseason, Joe. I'm sorry. Yes, you got rid of Jimmy Butler. Maybe that gives you a little bit more cap space. But what is he actually going to do with the cap space? What is he going to do with it? Because you just said it. No player wants to go there. So who is he actually going to bring in? You going to go Kyle Kuzma? Like, it's not going. There's no player that wants to go there. Jimmy Butler was the main piece for people to go there. Just like when D Wade came back, D Wade being a good friend to Jimmy, he's like, I'll come there. But go ahead, Dave. What you about to say?
Bam is the reason why some players have been wanting to go there. Not necessarily Jimmy. It's been Bam.
Well,
Dame
Bam,
said
you
it.
better get on the phone.
Dame said it himself. The reason why he wanted to come to Miami was because of Bam, not Jimmy.
Man,
Well,
what's I'm gonna say? Blackberry molasses. Some things that never change, bro.
that's
Right.
it.
Right.
So Bam, you might
Right.
want to get out of there too. Then I'm just saying. But if you a play on this, if you Bam, you would give him the off season. But if you're a fan of this team, nah, I didn't seen this picture. I didn't seen this play out too long. I'm sorry, he got to go.
Yeah.
Hit the road, Jack.
And anyone else that's under him that's making basketball decisions, just clear them all out. Clear them all out. So all of them got to go. All of them.
Somebody said Spo need to go back to the film room. That's crazy.
You want everybody to go like the 49ers did?
Yep.
Sorry.
All right, well, you better be ready to go too after this not so average top 5. Because you ain't got one. If you ain't got a coach in this top 5, there's some people waiting to be in this top 5. You gonna have to go too.
Exactly.
Man, it's all fun and games till Kev come back and be like, man, what's going on here? Why he at number 6?
I already know that's what everybody waiting for.
Ooh, that's what a lot of people waiting for. But we're gonna see where you got some of these coaches at, because this is gonna be a hot topic button. We told y'all the segments are here. Joe, not your average top 5. And this is for NFL head coaches. That means current coaches. We're not talking about, we don't want to hear about John Madden and them. Rest in peace to the legend, but I don't want y'all come.
We don't want to hear about Bill Belichick. We don't want to hear about none of that. They ain't in the league no more.
Nah, he
No, we
NASCAR.
don't hear about Joe Gibbs, though.
Jimmy Johnson retired twice from the Cowboys and from TV. We don't want to hear nothing about it.
Hey, Jimmy Johnson will be out there though, all right?
Man,
How about them?
that top 5? Go ahead, take it away.
Let's get it. All right, y'all. So this is I thought about doing this today because I was watching one of the old Unfazed episodes, and we was talking about one of the coaches on there. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do an answer whoever's top 5 NFL head coaches. And I feel like right now is a good time to do it. So off season, a lot of, free agency time is still going on right now, but, it's on the tail end. McCole Hardman, he went to the, Packers. There we go. Got another not number 1 receiver. All right, so here's your not so average top 5 NFL head coaches. Anybody got me? Number 5, Dan Campbell. All right, Dan Campbell. Why is he number 5? Now, Dan Campbell, what I like about his coaching ability is he legit built a program. He went to Detroit when they were in shambles. They were terrible. I mean, they were the laughing stock of the NFL. We talking about why they playing on Thanksgiving. That's how bad they were. And then he took over, and they were bad the first year. But every year they progressed. The second year, they missed the playoffs. They knocked out Green Bay. Remember, at the end of the season, they get to the playoffs. Then the second year, they made the playoffs, got to the NFC Championship game, and lost to the 49ers after being up by 20-plus points. And then the next year, number 1 seed, best record in the NFL behind the Chiefs. So I got to give him props, man. He literally built a program from top to bottom. People say it's Ben Johnson. People say it's a defensive coordinator, right? Aaron Glenn. But part of being a great head coach is hiring great talent. So I got to give him props for that. All right. So Dan Campbell is number 5. Number 4, Kyle Shanahan. This guy. Kyle Shanahan was much higher on this list once upon a time. What I like about Kyle Shanahan is he's another guy who knows how to build a program. I mean, the way his team plays, they play physical, they play hard, right? Every year, when healthy, they're on the top of the charts. They're one of the best teams in the NFC. In my opinion, if you look at the teams, you take away this year, obviously, the last 3 years in NFC, this team has been the best team. They just haven't closed the door because they lost to Mahomes. Last 4 years, they lost to Mahomes twice. But Kyle Shanahan knows how to build a great program. He is a play caller. That gives him extra credit for that. I feel like when you are a play caller and you also build a culture, you get some good credit for that. But if you guys want to know why he's number 4, if you got some pushback, I can explain as I go through the rest of this. All right? So, number 3, Nick Sirianni, the guy who yells at the Cleveland Browns fans, the guy who yells at anybody, Zach Ertz, cuss him out. All right, after he took an L, by the way. But it's not about us right now. Nick Sirianni is number 3 because, I mean, he is a Super Bowl champion. And it's not much about that. I think that Nick Sirianni is up there because, what did I say about Dan Campbell? Part of being a great head coach is hiring good talent. You got to think about it, right? Vic Fangio, he wanted Vic Fangio last year, couldn't get him, went to the Dolphins, and he got him. So Vic Fangio is a guy that he wanted for years. He gets Vic Fangio number 1 defense in the NFL. Historic defense. That was his hire. Kellen Moore, sorry, Tomo, was with the Cowboys. Wasn't successful. A lot of people blame Kellen Moore for the non-success. He goes to the Chargers. Wasn't successful. A lot of people blame the defense. But Kellen Moore was part of it. You got Justin Herbert. You supposed to cook this year. And he didn't. He goes to Philly. Saquon have his best year of his career. And they blow out the Commanders. They blow out the Chiefs. And Kellen Moore was cooking both games. I got to give Nick Sirianni credit for hiring them guys. Also, I give Nick Sirianni credit for this too. Him and Jalen Hurts don't have the best relationship. But if you ever hear Nick Sirianni in a press conference, he never tears down his players. He always takes up for Jalen Hurts. And Jalen Hurts don't do the same. Sometimes Jalen Hurts give you signs that there are problems. You don't see them signs from Nick Sirianni. He takes all the blame from anything that goes on in the locker room. There were a lot of drama going on in the locker room in the Eagles Nation this year. And Nick Sirianni had them boys ready to play against the Commanders and against the Chiefs. So I killed Nick Sirianni early in the year when they were not prepared to play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, when they missed 16 tackles. I killed Nick Sirianni. But he had them boys prepared against the Commanders in the NFC Championship game. And I think they scored the most points ever in the NFC Championship game and against the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. So Nick Sirianni, you get my props today. You number 3. Number 2, Sean McVay. Now, Joe, why is Sean McVay number 2? Why is he above his mentor, Kyle Shanahan? Sean McVay. When I look at Sean McVay, and it's not the job. He did win a Super Bowl day, right? But it's not just that. I can't name that one time I looked at Sean McVay and I said, you are the reason why y'all lost. I can't think of it. Think about it, right? If Sean McVay did not win, it's probably because he just didn't have the better team. He lost to the Eagles. I mean, come on now. That game was close when it shouldn't have been close. And they just were the better team, the Eagles. He lost to the Pacers in the Super Bowl. I mean, he got Jared Goff as quarterback. What you expect? They were a high-flying offense all year. Now, one thing about Sean McVay also, he's just like Nick Sirianni. He takes accountability. He took all the blame for the Super Bowl. I got our coach. No, you had Jared Goff. That's what happened. So that was that.
Shouldn't have been there.
And the one time he won the Super Bowl, David Tomo, is when he actually had a team. He had a team, and he won the Super Bowl. He got Matthew Stafford his first year and won the Super Bowl. And then the next year, Matthew Stafford gets hurt. And that's why he only won 5 games. He was playing with backups like crazy. I think, and then one playoff year, he had Wolf starting at quarterback. His quarterback got hurt. Jared Goff got hurt one playoff run. And then last year, that team was average, and they went toe-to-toe with the Lions in the playoffs. So Sean McVay is a wonderful coach, and he's a play caller. Like I said, when you are a play caller, you get a little extra credit. He's an awesome play caller. He got Kirk Cousins a new contract. So shout out to Sean McVay. And at number 1, I think you all know who number 1 is. Sandy Reid. I mean, do I got to say more? I mean, the man was with Philly with McNabb, right? Went to 5 NFC Championship games. Went to Super Bowl. And then 4, sorry. Went to the Super Bowl. And then goes to the Chiefs. The moment he gets a really good quarterback, he started winning. Now, although I feel like Andy Reid called a bad game in the Super Bowl. He called a bad game by throwing the ball 1 million times. He only ran the ball twice, I think, in the first half. That was terrible. But Andy Reid is by far, in my opinion. I mean, we talking about this is number 2, and this is number 4. This is 5, 4, 3, 2. Andy Reid. Andy Reid is arguably the best coach in NFL history. Arguably, you can make that argument for real. He's not, but he's in the conversation in that setting, right? So those are your non-whoever's top 5. May I get any feedback?
I think that last part kind of was caught me and Tomo off guard.
Which one?
There's gonna be some people behind you. There's gonna be some people behind you. There's gonna be like, arguably, who gonna have that debate?
And the conversation.
Belichick.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Some people gonna be like, who gonna have the debate?
Bill Walsh.
I mean,
Are we forgetting about Bill Walsh? Okay.
You're right. You know.
You're right about it being debatable because they're gonna definitely debate you about that.
Exactly.
I just know Andy Reid did great things with McNabb. You know what I mean? Before he got a great quarterback like Mahomes. That's all I know.
Oh,
what Bill Walsh do?
I mean, he won a Super Bowl with
who?
Joe Montana.
That is Joe Montana.
Hey.
What I tell you? I told you. I knew they was gonna show up.
Of course,
it's like the best signal. But
if you're gonna say that about Bill Walsh, you gotta say the same thing about Bill Belichick. I
mean, I'm with you.
He only won a Super Bowl with Tom Brady. He ain't won nothing after that.
Listen, I think Bill Belichick is the greatest coach ever.
I think so too.
But for debating purposes, I mean, what has Bill Belichick done without Brady? That's all I'm saying.
I mean, you see where he at now. He in college.
Exactly. He got demoted.
That don't.
Tom Brady saved his career. He was terrible. And then Tom Brady stepped there, saved his career.
Some people would say the same thing about Mahomes.
About what? Andy Reid?
Yeah.
Andy Reid actually got to the Super Bowl.
It
wasn't his fault McNabb doing interceptions.
He didn't start winning. He was known for getting there and losing. And that some people would say.
You watch some games, McNabb threw that game, bro.
I'm just saying, Joe. You said he didn't start winning until he got.
I get you on that, Tomo.
He threw that game and he threw up on the field. That's what he did.
I get you on Tomo, but
that's what he did.
But look, at least Andy Reid got there with McNabb. What has Bill Belichick done without Tom Brady? Has he made the playoffs?
Nah.
Oh, Mike Jones one time got smoked by
Andy Reid. He did, but they got blown out by Josh Allen.
Yeah, he got smoked by Josh Allen. Yeah, scored like the first 7 possessions. That's right. And he a defensive guy. That's right.
He let Josh Allen score 7 times? Yeah, nah, Andy, you got it.
Yeah. What did he do? I mean, he did win as a defensive coordinator, I guess, with the Giants. I mean, what did he do before that?
3-0-1 versus Bill. Look, there you go. I knew he was about to start.
What's Andy Reid reckon? Is this a Bill? You talking about?
Ooh, the chat.
Against Bill. Oh, okay. Against Tom Brady.
Bill. Yeah. Bill Belichick.
No, he did not, Mark. No, he did not, Mark. He did not. They did not make the playoffs. They missed the playoffs that year. They had a winning record. They did not go to the playoffs.
Matt Castle won 11 games and he missed the playoffs.
There you go. He missed the playoffs. They did not make the playoffs that year.
Next.
Now, the Sean McVay one was good though. Because once you said that, I don't think there has been a game where it's been on him.
Bro. He's a really good coach.
Yeah, the year that they made it to the Super Bowl with Jared Goff, though, they had 2 600-yard running backs in a playoff game, but I ain't gonna say too much. That's
Matt Castle won 11 games, but we were just trying to correct Mark, saying that he didn't make the playoffs. He won 11 games, but
he missed the playoffs. I'm sorry. I mean, I know another team that won 11 games with the playoffs. I'm saying.
He said, "Sorry, Teddy, I tried."
Hey, look, Teddy, I just wanted to debate you for debating purposes, but Belichick is up there because those first 2 Super Bowls by Tom Brady are Belichick.
So let me ask you this:
Okay,
if I'm a Philly fan, right?
Okay, let's talk.
Sean McVay been to how many Super Bowls?
1.
2.
2.
He's 1-1.
2. My bad. 2.
And if, like I said, if I was a Philly fan, I'm just arguing for argument purposes here.
Okay.
How many has Nick Sirianni been to?
2.
1-1.
Yep.
Some would say my guy could be at number 2. Some could say that.
See, here's the thing. What did I say about Sean McVay? I never looked at that game and said, you know what? That's on Sean McVay.
But you've definitely said that about Nick Sirianni a few times.
I mean, Jalen Hurts, his first year starting, the first half of his career starting, it was all Nick Sirianni. He was a play caller. He was terrible. And he had Jalen Hurts looking like Geno last year, throwing the ball 50 times a game. Dead serious. You know, Tomo, because when they played John Dallas, I mean, he was pick-six galore.
Those are my glory days, but we're not talking about that right now. All right?
It was pick-six galore. And then he moved to Stuyton, and Stuyton took over. And then I give Nick Sirianni the blame for the funk they had last year. About switching coordinators mid-year, all that stuff. But I also give him credit for getting I give him a lot of credit for getting Kellen Moore and Fangio because I crushed him last year when he brought in your boy from Detroit, the dude I want to be like Bill Belichick. What's his name? I can't always forget his name.
Oh, with the pencil.
With the pencil. Yes, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Matt Patricia.
There we go.
Brought him in mid-season. And everybody like, I remember AJ talking about AJ, man, we looking a little better with him. Then what happened after that? Wow.
Yeah, right after they played us. Wop. Yeah.
All right. I got you on that one. But some would say, how many head coaches has Sean? Well, how many came after Sean McVay?
Came after Sean McVay?
Who was on this? No, I'm saying coaching staff wise. Like, how many people from Sean McVay coaching staff are head coaches now?
Kevin O'Connell came from there, right, Dave?
Oh, yeah.
Matt LaFleur?
Matt LaFleur was on the Kyle Shanahan. Not him.
Okay.
And Mike, right?
Titans. That's right.
Was it Mike?
Who?
Mike
McDaniel?
No, Kyle Shanahan.
Okay, so that's two. Right?
Yeah.
Kellen Moore, head coach. We got a head coach in Arizona. I think there was one more head coach that came from
First of all, I don't get Kellen Moore.
We go on argument purposes here. I'm just saying.
Okay,
I get what you're saying, but you cannot count Kellen Moore at all.
But this one I count. I'm counting Kevin O'Connell because he's been a successful head coach. Just because you're a head coach, Bill Belichick got a lot of head coaches out here. I mean, what they had done? I mean, what they have outside of Bill O'Brien? Who's done what? We just said Matt Patricia was a head coach.
Doesn't Andy Reid have a coaching tree that's actually been successful as well too?
We're not talking about number one.
Trash. Eric Bieniemy was trash.
He went smack there. But all I'm saying is the same way you could debate about, you could say arguably about Andy Reid. I'm just throwing it out there. Some people could have, and again, a Philly fan may have a better argument than me. I'm just saying they could really go up there and be like, he could be number two.
I mean, he only number two if you just go off numbers, his record and everything. I take account on your team, all that stuff. I take account on all that stuff.
You kind of named it though. You said the Eagles was bad. They've been to the Super Bowl in the last 3 years.
When they were bad.
When he first got there, remember you talking about him with Hurts? That was a bad team. He built that team up to where they are today.
No, how he built that team up? I'm sorry, Nick Sirianni, but how he built that team up? They got Howie Roseman, bro.
The coach got something to do with that, though, Joe.
I never said Sean McVay built a team. Andy Reid didn't build it. I didn't say no. I gave them no credit. I gave none of these coaches credit for building the team. But
okay, the program that is the Philadelphia Eagles is because of Nick Sirianni, though.
Yes, but also Nick Sirianni had bad programs like last year when they went all 10-1. They taking India. That was terrible, bro. That was funk in the locker room. I give them credit for that.
They were still finding ways to win games, though, Joe.
They got
in the beginning of the season.
Listen, Tomo, has Sean McVay ever got smoked in the playoffs?
No, not that I know of.
Not that I can read. If you want to say the Super Bowl, but no.
He ain't get smoked.
He get smoked.
It
was 13-3.
That's not getting smoked.
That ain't 28-9. Or 32-9 to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Or 31-15.
How many times has Nick Sirianni missed the playoffs as a head coach?
He didn't miss playoffs.
How many times has Sean McVay?
Because his quarterback got injured. How many times Nick Sirianni won without Jalen Hurts?
Hey, look, man, I'm over here telling you twice.
Oh, against the Cowboys.
There you go.
I get the Cowboys. Who else? The Giants.
Oh, they got what's the name? Hold up. They lost in the divisional round to the Green Bay Packers in 2020, 32-18.
Hold on, let me address because he kind of said what you said. So Blaze, he had a 5-win season because his quarterback got hurt. Eagles fans are the same ones that says that when Jalen Hurts don't play, they don't win. I mean, if we had Jalen Hurts, Commanders would have lost. I mean, which one is it? Kenny Pickett came in, he lost. The only teams they won, Jalen Hurts got hurt in his All-Pro year. He lost to the Cowboys and lost to the Saints. Every time he get hurt. Huh?
I ain't here to ruffle no feathers. I'm just telling you that this is some people. There's an argument to say that he could be number 2.
Hold on. Toughest schedule. Y'all lost to the Cardinals. Tough schedule. Y'all lost to the Giants. Tough schedule. Come on, Kevo. I get you, Kevo, but it was funk in the locker room, bro. It was funk in there, bro. And now head coach get all that. That's why I give Nick Sirianni credit for y'all turning up late in the year. Like it went out a long win streak. And y'all in the NFC Championship game, y'all dominated us and I dominated the Chiefs. He gets credit for that. He gets bumped up to 3. He wasn't even in the top 5 this year, huh?
Did you address this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Like Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan has quarterback this year. They had other injuries. I get it. My issue with Kyle Shanahan, nobody has quarterback. Huh?
Other.
Yeah, he had a lot.
He had a boatload of injuries.
Yeah, going into playoffs be cool. Bro, I don't care, but like if you in the game, you in the game, bro. Like, I'm sorry. I'm not one of them dudes that be like, man, if he wouldn't hurt, they would have been better. But Kevo, you're right, that's 2 games. I'm addressing Blaze, who talking about Sean McVay had 5 games when his quarterback was hurt basically for the year. Max Steph was hurt for almost a whole year that year, bro. Max Steph was like, you talking about playing with an injury. That's what he was doing the whole year that he barely played for. He got hurt. He wasn't even the same. But my whole thing is this. Kyle Shanahan. Nobody addressed this for real. The reason why Kyle Shanahan went down on my list is not because of Super Bowl, Dave. Not because of that. All right? It's because there has been instance that y'all lost because of Kyle Shanahan in the big moments.
And I have said that myself. You
have. Now, I don't blame him too much for the play calling against the Chiefs the last Super Bowl, but what I blame him for, and I give Sirianni a lot of credit for, it's his awareness as a coach on the go. Why did you receive the ball in overtime when you get the ball regardless in overtime? Why? I remember we received it and Mahomes said, "Oh, they receiving the ball? They're not kicking it. Like they received the ball." So by doing that, and they got set up for a field goal, and then they're going for it, and then Mahomes, what he do? Go down and score a touchdown. That was bad. But I do blame him for the game against the Chiefs the first time, though. Like, come on, bro. Why are you putting the ball in Jimmy G hands? And then you can't say it's by accident because it happened against the Falcons with the Falcons. Like, as an offensive coordinator. No, Tomlin is not top 5.
No, he's not.
Let's
stop it.
And look, the reason why Tomlin is not top 5, y'all, is because yes, he lost to Mahomes, Josh Allen, and Lamar Jackson in the last 3 years. I don't blame him for that. What I do blame him for, though, is losing down the stretch, for losing that seeding that he had to play Lamar Jackson. He could have played the Texans first round and took the Chargers spot and got his playoff win. But no, he lost the last 2 games of the season and he dropped all the way down to whatever seed he was to have to play Lamar Jackson first round. So no. Hey, Teddy, you probably right.
What?
If he win a championship, he got to win a Super Bowl to get there, though. Because he been out for 2 years.
So we got Draymond, Dak, Tomo, Teddy, all been saying crazy things in 2025.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, I'll give him this, though. The Patriots are having a sneaky good offseason, though. They are having a sneaky good offseason.
Yeah, and I do want to I'm just saying he went game. Yeah, you're right, Dave. You're right, Blaze. He have been getting credit for that, though. We've been giving him a lot of credit for that. But we gotta, if I'm not mistaken, he had say so on who the offensive coordinator is. He had say so on who the quarterback is. Javon, correct me if I'm wrong. And also, Tomlin has been known for his defense. How did defense look down the stretch last year? They were terrible. They were bad last year. Down the stretch, by the way. So I can't keep letting Tomlin slide by this winning record stuff. I just can't, bro. I'm sorry. At the end of the day, it's about winning. If you go a long time without winning, I gotta be like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, I mean, look at the Chicago Bulls. Anybody expect the Chicago Bulls to be good? No, but every year they the daggone Pittsburgh Steelers of the daggone NBA. They just right there every year. Play in, playoffs. Play in, playoffs. No credit. Cause we all about winning.
Both of Big O teams be on rerun. Damn, Big O. My bad, bro.
But yeah,
That gotta suck, bro. At least I know the Wizards bad. Like I just know they bad.
but the boys is like, and they about to do it again.
They the ninth seed right now.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like the tease. Just be bad. Just pick one or the other. Like
this is what I was saying before when they made that. When they made that trade, I think Joe was trying to say that at least you know what direction they was going, and I was like, no, you don't. They gonna be big. They gonna be big. Because they don't have no draft picks. They have no direction. They're just there.
Who are that GM? Oh yeah, Javon ain't gonna like. I'm sorry. Yeah, you not.
he be all right.
But it's just right in the middle, bro. Like this flat line, like it's literally like the same thing.
Yeah.
It's a running joke now on all social platforms. They're like, once Mike Tomlin get past 8 wins, he on cruise control. It's like what?
That's what it seems like, man. Tomlin is so great of a coach. You expect more of him. So he got to win a playoff game at least. That's all we need to see is just get another playoff win. Now they're being strangleholded because they don't know who their quarterback's going to be. Is it going to be Russell Wilson or Aaron Rodgers?
I know another 1 year, 2 year contract. Like, come on, man. Like, if I'm down,
I'm going to go find a way to go draft Jackson Dart. If I'm the Steelers, I'm going to find a way to go draft Jackson Dart.
You know what? I know me and AJ boys about down unfazed. He wants by Aaron Rodgers, so Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, that's gonna be a quick segment.
Let's put a blanket over me and I'm straight.
That's what he doing with his career.
He just go to the Vikings. Do the same thing Brett Favre did. Go to the Vikings.
Why would the Vikings do that?
Just go home.
They interested in him.
Why? I don't get it, bro. Like, you got you drafted J.J. McCarthy top 10.
I hate to say it, but
yes, he did, Blaze. Held Big Ben too long. Go ahead, Tom.
Big Ben and Matt Cantley. He held on to both of them.
And he about to hold on to
George Higgins. But I would say the Steelers and the Giants are the two for Rodgers. Like, I hate to say it for the Giants, but those are the two.
If you Aaron Rodgers,
no, the Giants can draft a quarterback. Never mind.
I'm telling you, it's the Vikings too. I'm telling you right now.
I hear the Vikings, but like, why? Why would you bring Aaron Rodgers in there? If I'm Aaron Rodgers, why are you going to? I mean, I get it, Vikings good, but you just following Brett Favre.
He's talking about he gonna wait. Like he got an option. So I'm gonna wait till after the draft.
He got options. Good look. That's crazy because he got options. He actually has those options because they're actually interested in him. So he got those options.
If I'm the Steelers, bro, I'm like, Russ, come back, bro, and I'm gonna draft the QB early. I'm not waiting for Aaron Rodgers.
I'll sign. Yep, exactly, Joe. I'll sign Russ and I'll go draft. I'll whatever I got to do to draft Jackson Dart. I'm going to go do.
Yes, that's a bad sign. I'm gonna just wait. And Pat McAfee, he might be thinking about retirement. What? Then I don't want him. Then like his mind should be made up if he's gonna retire on that. Like, come on now. If he think about it right now, like, come on, bro.
Like y'all know how them GMs come out and they just be saying crazy stuff sometimes. I'll be the one GM that like he can wait for retirement all he want. Cancun, Cabo, Aaron Rodgers ain't coming here. That's what I'll be saying.
They find that man on the beach with a blanket on, walking down the beach.
I've been saying this for a minute.
Headphones in.
The court Jones got on. The black Jones though, the old Jones.
So I guess that's what's gonna happen to Jordan Love next. He gonna either get traded to the Jets or he gonna sign with the Jets, and then in his career he gonna be with the Vikings.
Oh, Jordan, I got to win him a ring first though. Well, Brett Favre only got one.
And Aaron Rodgers only got one.
I know, right? Yeah. Jordan, you need some MVP.
And they all beat the Cowboys in the playoffs. It was written. Let's do our R2L lock them here.
Dang.
Yep, they all did.
All right. Oh,
I knew I wasn't going to win the Super Bowl there. He said that went to Seattle. Oh my goodness! Aaron Rodgers said he gonna wait till after the draft. These players, man, I don't know what they be on.
Tripping, bro. How you gonna wait till after the draft? Don't you want to help your team? What the heck?
And also, I know we doing our lock 'em in, but I don't think we reported this. I was on Cowboys media today, and I seen they had signed a wide receiver, Harris Campbell. Joe, remember you asked me if we ever had a Super Bowl champ in our locker room? We got Paris Campbell from the Eagles. We got a champ, man. Oh, I was listening. He's like, man, I've been a Cowboy fan all my life. I'm like, bro, you just won a Super Bowl. What you talking about? Why would you be saying that?
Let's get it. That's good though. Y'all want to
yeah.
come up? All right, lock him, man. He go to records.
He might not even make the team.
Dang. Knowing Jerry, he gonna keep him.
Then again, he might. We ain't got no number 2. He might be our number 2. We don't. We got one guy, just like your guy. No, your guy got 2 guys now.
Hey,
Interesting.
what's interesting about that?
Well, Joe gonna say 2. He gonna say 1.5.
Who the have? B-Rob?
That ain't me.
All right, I got you. I know Mark watching. That's why I said it.
Mark might be saying 1.5. That's what might be saying.
You think so?
Yeah. You have you heard what Mark said about Debo before?
What? No. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, you right, Mark. That's my
Exactly.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
People ain't even top 20. Talking about. That was when he was in his prime.
And just like what Mark said, these are our opinions. With these R2L documents, man, these are our opinions. As you can see right now, man, some of these betting records are better than some of the others that I've been seeing recently. But again, this is where we give you our games from any sports. We're gonna tell you who wins. Sometimes we tell you why. Sometimes we gotta just pick them. And today, we're gonna show you now. Oh, they killing right now.
I know, right?
I look like the Cowboys without Dak. 4-5. All right, so what y'all got, fellas?
I have the Capitals at -166 against the Detroit Red Wings.
Like they be going elsewhere. Shout out to you, man.
And
all right, me
diversifying my portfolio.
All right, me. Tomo. I'm going Wizards +3.
We had the same bet.
Oh, you got the Wizards? Oh, my bad. I changed it. Oh, my bad. I did see it. My bad. I got you.
Well, y'all know my bet now. I only got to say it. Versus the Jazz. There y'all go.
All right. I'm going to change my. All right, got you. All right. So Memphis just. Oh, no. That's a tough one. All right. So I'm going to go OKC -9 versus Philly.
Okay.
Yes. Cupcake. I'm me 6-4.
Yeah, last time I diversified my portfolio, the team got spanked. That was crazy. Ha ha. Ha ha.
All right. So make sure y'all look, y'all see the records, right? Even with all 3 of our records, as long as you don't bet everything you win, you good. All right.
Remember, these are our opinions, kind of like that comment that just came up. Everybody can't go out and get Hall of Fame, running backs and wide receivers and Hall of Fame offensive linemen and put out bets in. I'm just saying.
And he said, this is Mark said, bar for bar. All right. Top one went to that fast. All right.
This is a 3-peat?
Into a secret.
This is a 3-peat. They had this lined up.
Facts.
All right. Do my last words, man. Hey, listen, y'all.
Exactly what just happened just now. My bad. Go ahead.
I know, right? I'm like, he ain't done. Could have got Henry, but he won 5 pause.
Y'all heard what Coach said. If y'all weren't watching that episode, y'all heard what Coach said.
Man, Coach went crazy. But look, even if, as long as you don't bet everything you win, obviously you should never do that for real. But you do the same thing every day, and you take all our bets, you in the positive. You making some cash right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
especially if you choose mine.
Yeah, Dave, for real. Especially Dave.
They looking like Howie when he draft Georgia Bulldogs.
Yeah, see, I'm not just doing the same thing though. I'm diversified. I'm not just Howie. Then how we go straight to Georgia? I go
was-
everywhere else.
I bet he ain't going to Georgia this year though. So,
They got like 2 players they can get from over there.
2. That's it. That's about 2.
That's all he needs.
That's all you need. That's right. Facts.
That's all he needs.
That's all you need. That's right. All right, let's get our last words in. So look, this is a fun episode always. My last words. Shout out to the whole network. Shout out to the whole R2L fam. Everybody in the chat. Shout out to the whole R2L network. I already said that. I think I did it right.
Bar for
bar. Sacramento Kings, man. Y'all won against Memphis without John Morant. Bang, we went 7 for 7 from 3 though. He went crazy. We still won though. I mean, listen, if we get to play, I mean, right now we're in the play-in. We get to the playoffs. Obviously, I'm a root for the Kings, but we ain't going far. I'd much rather us get a draft. We not
true.
Oh. Yeah, he is. Shout out to Brandon Graham.
Ring of Honor?
Hold on.
Exactly. Ring of Honor?
Oh, no.
I've been a Ring of Honor. I don't know about all that, kid.
Come on, Cass. Come on. How you gonna don't rain in my man parade or your man parade? But
I mean, he did say something about Phillip Rivers getting in, so I guess if
Phillip Rivers.
That's what he said.
If he get in, then Tony Romo go get in. Then
yes,
I'm
you
just
right
saying,
though. No, for real.
Tony gonna get in because he's a Cowboy.
Listen, come on, bro. Ring of Honor, like you said. Shout out to Skip Bayless. One thing Skip said, if you ask me, is he gonna be in the Hall of Fame? If I gotta think about it, he's not a Hall of Famer. Point blank. Is Brandon Graham a Hall of Famer? No, he's not.
In Michigan, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, he better be. He's in the NFL, right? But yeah, every college player ain't great. They're going to NFL, that's right. But my last word, Commanders. Listen, man. Y'all see my man Tunsil in this press conference? He's somewhere with his legal, because my man was toe up in that press conference. I'll tell you that. I thought my man couldn't sleep. I thought my man didn't sleep in 5 days the way he looked. Oh man, I so low made me look like a. Shout out to Tomo backstage, but
We had so much fun.
But was turned up in the backstage.
but the Commanders, man, I love what they're doing, man. They got Kinlaw. You know Kinlaw from Northeast. I didn't even know that. Kinlaw from Northeast.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so he said he grew up on Rhode Island Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
That was tight. All right, so
and you in Rhode Island, tight.
Right. It's funny. Back home, I tell people I'm about to move to Rhode Island. Oh yeah, I live by the Home Depot. Nah, bro, I ain't going around that. I live by the AutoZone. No, bro, I'm going around the state.
Yeah. One thing about this area, boy.
For us, I have all the time, and that's why I'm moving to Rhode Island. But yeah, the Commanders, I love what they're doing. Adam Peters is cooking right now. I feel like we're getting guys that were okay last year, but will turn up in our system. And then I'm hearing everybody that in their press conference, they all talk about the brotherhood, how everybody love each other. They can see it from afar. You know what I mean? Like Jonathan Jones, right? He said, who makes you pick this? He said, I talked to a lot of guys who was coached by Dan Quinn. You know, and he said, can you name some few? I can give you my sources. You're a media guy, but I'm gonna give you one guy, Stephon Gilmore.
Oh,
he said it's gonna be one of the best. He said Stephon Gilmore said it's gonna be one of the best decisions you made in your life. That's Stephon Gilmore said. So Stephon, are you a free agent? Huh?
You still a free agent, yeah?
Come on, the water is fine. We can use you. $5 million though.
What type of water you talking about?
Water is fine. That DC.
What type of water you talking about?
That's that Tomo River. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
But that's all I got.
Never mind.
Hey, I said what I need to say for Pat Riley. Those are my last words. You go listen to what I said during that segment. Those are my last words. Kyle Shanahan, I want to see what you're doing in this draft. Shout out to my boy Vano. He said something in the comments on the reel earlier today. It's my boy.
What you say?
He was just saying that he expect.
That's what Tunsil was saying on that porch.
But he was He was basically just saying that you know, he can see that my team will be back to prominence because we're used to, we used to that. So we won't be too worried about it. No.
So y'all shouldn't fire Pat Riley then.
49ers. I'm not talking about
49ers,
my bad. You said Von, I thought RBO. I went straight to basketball.
Me too.
Nah, you talking about football.
Me too.
But other than that, great show, man. Had a lot of fun today. Can't wait to see what we're gonna talk about on Friday.
Hey, Mark is hilarious, man. Mark and Kev, man. My last words is again, man. Shout out to all of our superstar members. Hold on. All right.
There you go. There he put the address.
No address.
If we ever come to that,
Screenshot that. Somebody screenshot that. We go to Texas. We're gonna have to visit.
Taste poured for purpose. Don't clip me up, Ty. Shout out to our superstar members, man. Shout out to Worm, Joe, Dave, myself, Teddy, Cardo, Coach, Javon, Lamar, Giovanni, Chris, Decorius, Mike, Taniqua, and Tone. David Burns said he got it. Is that your restaurant? You did y'all give us a whole address. I hope that's your restaurant, because if so, we'll give you a proper shout out, man. Just let us know. Sure. But shout out to everybody that was tuned in, and of course, man, just know it's all fun and games when you got the gun. When the rabbit got the gun, don't run. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey, Mr. Burns, I got an answer for you. Tune in next time to all too well.
Or tune into the NFL draft episode.
There you go. Tune into the NFL draft episode. We're more than likely
gonna do it, right? Oh, you?
It's probably Carl.
Okay. One of y'all gonna do it.
But I'll be helping him, more than likely.
Yo. Nah, we getting the show. I'm talking about Mark.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Yeah. All right, y'all. That's all we have for y'all today, and we'll see y'all at the next episode. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.